All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. So for those that haven't seen me yet, I'm Lindsey Carr, Grand Marshal of the Fraternity. I've been volunteering since 2016, and I'm also chair of our Health and Safety Committee, which is why we're doing the hazing talk. Uh, so, what is hazing? And I apologize. There's supposed to be animations in this. There are not, so it's not going to be as punchy as I would like. But um, there is going to be a little quiz. If you guys could either scan that with your phones, or there should be a link going in to the chat. It's only like 6 questions. And it's just asking, is it hazing or not hazing? So I'll give you guys a little bit to do that. And then this is mainly just to kind of see what everybody thinks. The situations are fairly innocuous. Some are pretty obvious, at least I hope they are. So give that a minute. Awesome, awesome. You guys are doing good. I appreciate it. Ooh, there are a couple. Okay. So, Jim's gonna be my clicker. So, the easy one, and like I said, there should have been animations to be a little more punchy, but unfortunately we don't have those. Branding fraternity letters on members and PNMs, potential new members, that is hazing. Why is it hazing? I really hope I don't actually have to explain that. If you legit need to know why it's hazing, please let me know. The second scenario was taking a potential new member out to lunch to get to know them. So most people said that was not hazing, which is, Jim? Correct, not hazing. Why? Because it's a social activity that anyone else would really do. But I do want you guys to keep in mind that it can become hazing if the potential member has no choice. If you say, "Hey, you're going to take me out to lunch," that's you can't do that. Don't do that. If you make them pay when you invited them out, that can also lead make it considered hazing. This is also not an exhaustive list as to why it can become hazing. The next one, potential new members expected to address members as brother last name or by another title. Most people said hazing. A couple people said it wasn't. So keep this in mind. It is hazing. Why? Because there's a power dynamic at play. PNMs are people. They're equals. They are not lesser than members. So golden rule: treat them how you'd like to be treated. One thing I want everyone to remember is you need them more than they need you. So keep that in mind when you're going through the new member education process. Expecting PNMs to carry their pledge books everywhere. So I'm proud of you guys. That is hazing. Oh, did I miss a question in my slides? I did. I'm sorry. So playing kickball with PNM, the PNM class, not hazing, which is great. Why? It's a fun social activity, but it can become hazing. And again, this is not an exhaustive list. It can become hazing when rules are selectively enforced, right? If only the potential new members are the ones getting called out on things, that's not fair, right? And PNMs being made fun of for getting out or for not making it to the base or anything of that nature. And again, not exhaustive. These are only some examples. So next one, Jim. Holding your vote on a PNM until they swipe you into the dining hall is most definitely hazing. Why? They paid for their food, they paid for their meal plan, and those meal plans are expensive. That is stealing. And again, power dynamic. This is huge when it comes to chapter activities. And this is one thing I kind of really want to drive home with everybody is there is always a power dynamic involved, right? They're trying to join the organization. You're already part of the organization. And so when you have that kind of power over them, right, whether you realize it or not, you do have some kind of power over them because you have the ability to vote on their membership. And a lot of times I've seen chapters not tell PNMs what the vote threshold is. And so they'll say it's unanimous, right? Everyone in that chapter has to approve of you, which makes it even more of a power dynamic because then anyone can say no and you don't get in, right? And if you have that assumption, right, if anyone can say no, then you can be coerced into doing anything. So always keep that in mind when planning your events. I realized I was also super fast. So I do want to say though that one of the biggest things we've been seeing lately is chapters and members not recognizing that some events are considered hazing. One of the things that was brought up actually during one of our sessions earlier is scavenger hunts. A lot of people do scavenger hunts. Those are considered hazing. And they're considered hazing because, well, yes, they can be a super fun activity. It is a very, very easy activity to turn into something malicious or have it turn into something where someone is made to be uncomfortable, or made to do something that they're not comfortable with, or something that humiliates them, right? And it goes into hazing territory at that point. So keep that in mind. If you ever have any questions on any of your activities and what and if you're not sure if it constitutes as hazing, or if you're just not sure if it's appropriate or not, reach out to your regional directors, reach out to the health and safety committee. We are always happy to help. And the last thing, make sure everything passes the gut check. And thank you. I appreciate it. Good job, guys. If you have questions, feel free to put it in the chat or to message me directly. Thank you, guys.